What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick review of my SD Adventure. I've clocked around 2100 kilometers, fair bit of road and off-road experience that I had. So I thought let me share that experience with you. Before sharing my experience quickly, let me show you what I've changed on this bike. Yes, of course, the double take mirrors. I'm a huge fan of these mirrors, so I changed those mirrors. I put a claw mount. This is a mobile mount that I have, and what I've also done is the knuckle guards. Those were the three things. Yeah, there's one more that I've done. The footrest that you see, I have changed that to a better off-road Footpegs. This is a straight fit from a KTM 390 Adventure. Nothing much to be done, right? Because the stock one seems to slip a lot. Off-road, what I did on the stock one was I tried removing the rubber, but still it slips. There is not much of grip on the stock one, so I've changed that. Other than that, it's completely stock. What I've also done is the front crash bars that comes, the bars which can accommodate additional fuel tank. That's something that I've removed because I thought I didn't like the way that whole setup was done. It is pretty heavy. I've removed that. Probably I might look at putting in a smaller crash guard, right? I've removed that. That's the only thing that I've done. And also for people who have questions about what comes along with this bike and what are the other accessories, you guys know all the other accessories. Let me talk about what comes along with this bike. Yes, the charger, that's standard with this bike, right? And your windshield, that's second. The other thing is the saddle stays. These are standard things that come along with the bike. The front crash bars, while they say it is mandatory, I did tell them to take that off while they gave me the bike, but they said it is mandatory and I had to pay around $4,600 for that. So those are the things that I've done. Quickly going on to my experience on 2100 kilometers that I've done on the bike. Like I said, I tried a fair bit of off-road, right? Pretty decent off-road and lot of road experience also. A couple of things that I felt was lacking was the initial torque, right? This has got a short gear ratio, so it likes to be revved. This engine likes to be revved, right? Otherwise there's a chance that it cuts off. That's one thing that I feel is lacking on this bike. That can be corrected with maybe a bigger sprocket or maybe a few legs from Race Dynamics. I'm sure it can be corrected. Second thing that I felt was the seats. The seat seemed to be very, very hard. Maybe after 100 kilometers or so, your back starts paining. Now, what I found out was that actually the seat is soft. What they have done is, if you remove the seat cover, you will find out that there's a plastic layer that they have put. Now, this layer, I assume, maybe because they wanted the seat cover to fit properly. That's the reason that they had put this cover, and that cover is the reason why your seat doesn't feel comfortable at all and your back starts paining. All that I did was I removed that and removed the plastic cover inside and then put a small layer of additional cushioning. This is pretty good seat. In fact, what comes from the market on the bike is a pretty good seat. Just remove that plastic layering on this, right? That's the second thing, right? What else did I feel? The handlebar setup. The handlebar setup, the standard setup that comes is too much towards you, right? Now what I've done is I've pushed it little more behind, right? Little more forward. right? This is still okay, a better position than what the standard setup comes. All that you have to do is remove the screws and push the handle little more ahead, right? That's what I've done, but I feel that this is still not a perfect setup for saddling. Probably we might have to look at changing the handlebar maybe later. Yeah, that's what I feel. And if you see this rear cylinder, this doesn't have a covering. I mean, it's not an appropriate place to be at. Probably we might have to look at putting in a cover to this, right? So other than that, I felt because of the suspension being upright, right, this might have an issue while doing off-roading. But thankfully I did quite a bit of off-roading. I didn't have any issues with that. Suspension is brilliant, no issues. Yeah, that's pretty much that I felt was lacking. Yeah, there's one other thing. While you go into the second gear, there are some times that there's an issue with the false neutral. Comes back to neutral, right? That's something that has to be corrected, otherwise it can become annoying. Yeah, one other thing is it gets heated up in the city, right? Quite a lot, in fact. And there is a solution for that also. Maybe the stock coolant that from the company, whatever coolant that they put is not good enough. So what I've done is I have changed that completely and put a engine ice. So now my bike runs much cooler than before. So that's one other thing. Other than that, if I have to talk about what I like on this bike, the build, right? It's solidly built, and and other than the initial torque issue that we have, but on the higher gears, this has got amazing performance. You can cruise in speeds of 120, 130 without any issues, and it is pretty stable on the road, right? So that's something that I found really good. And it's very nimble, and the weight is something which can be managed easily on the off-road, right? Like I said, I took it to fair bit of off-roading, lot of rocks and I was able to manage this bike very easily, right? So that's something that I liked on the bike. What else? Other than that, I don't have any issues as such. My honest review, right? No other issues that I've found. Maybe see, after riding multiple other bikes, right, I strongly feel that none of the bikes usually come kitted for your requirement. Now each and every bike may have to be altered to for your requirements, right? None of the bikes that I've seen, there's small bit of alterations that you have to do. That's something that we have to live with. We don't have a bike which is perfect to anybody's requirement, right? There's small bit of things that we have to do. Other than that, it's all good. Probably this is something that I was looking forward to, agile machine, decent bit of power, decent bit of torque, easy to manage. This is something I feel I'll be taking to Ladakh this time, and planning to ride from here directly. And I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, a little small bit of things which can be managed, that should not be a problem. I will be doing a small bit of alterations to meet my requirements, right? The kind of rides that I do. So other than that, it's all fine. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Do comment. If you have any questions, share your questions. I'll be more than happy to help you out with whatever knowledge that I have. Cheers guys, happy riding.